The rain had been falling all night, and the hospital smelled of antiseptic and stale coffee. Dr. Elizabeth Harding was one of the most respected surgeons in the state, a woman whose hands had saved countless lives, whose name commanded awe in every medical corridor. Yet for all her skill, there was one life she could not fix: her own daughter's. Lily Harding had never walked. Born with a rare neuromuscular condition, her legs had been lifeless since birth. Dr. Harding had flown her to the best clinics in Europe, spent hundreds of thousands on experimental treatments, and surrounded her with top physiotherapists. Every birthday, Lily would blow out the candles and make the same wish to take a single step. And every year, that wish went unanswered. Dr. Harding told herself she was strong, but inside she was breaking. She had held other parents' hands and promised them hope. Yet she could not give her own child the one thing she wanted most. The pain was quiet but relentless. On the other side of town, under the crumbling overpass near Lincoln Street, a young boy named Malik was trying to stay dry. He was only 16, but already knew the streets better than most adults. His mother had died when he was 10. His father disappeared long before that. Since then, Malik had been moving from shelter to shelter, sometimes sleeping in abandoned buildings, sometimes under bridges. He kept his head down, never asked for much, and learned to survive by helping others in small ways, fixing broken bikes, carrying groceries for old ladies, watching over other kids who had even less than him. One cold November afternoon, Malik wandered near the hospital. He was hungry, his shoes soaked through. Just outside the main entrance, he noticed a girl in a wheelchair, her blanket slipping off in the wind. She was trying to reach the ramp by herself, but her wheels got stuck against the wet pavement. Without thinking, Malik jogged over, lifted the front of the chair slightly, and freed the wheel. Thanks, Lily said softly, her voice careful, as if she wasn't used to speaking to strangers. No problem, Malik replied, giving a small smile. You looked like you could use a hand. They exchanged only a few words before Dr. Harding appeared, rushing down the steps with her phone in hand. She thanked Malik politely but quickly, ushering her daughter inside. Malik shrugged and started walking away, but that small moment stuck with Lily. Over the next week, Malik and Lily saw each other again, first by chance, then by something that felt like fate. He started visiting her during her therapy breaks, telling her funny stories about the people he met on the streets. She told him about the books she loved, about her dream of visiting the ocean one day. They were from different worlds, but somehow, damned out, they understood each other. One afternoon, Lily admitted something she had never told anyone except her mother. I've given up, she said, looking down at her motionless legs. They say, should keep trying, but it's been my whole life. I'm tired of hoping for something that will never happen. Malik didn't respond right away. He studied her, really seeing the defeat in her eyes. And then he said something simple. Lily laughed, thinking he was joking. What do you mean? You're not a doctor? I know. Malik said, but I've been fixing things my whole life. Broken bikes, busted radios, even people sometimes. Not with tools, just with a different way of looking at them. If you trust me, I think we can get you to stand, maybe even walk. It was crazy, was impossible. And yet, something in his voice made Lily hesitate before saying no. The next day, Malik showed up with nothing but a piece of rope and a determined look in his eyes. They met in the hospital garden when Dr. Harding was in surgery. Malik looped the rope around his waist and handed the other end to Lily. Hold on to me, he said. Not the chair. Me. He stood in front of her, bracing his feet. We're gonna try something different. Don't think about walking. Just think about leaning forward. Trust me to catch you. At first, Lily shook her head. Fall? Yeah, Malik said. You might, but I'll be right here when you do. It took several minutes before she dared to try. She gripped the rope, leaned forward, and felt her body start to slide from the chair. Malik held her, steady and strong. Good. Now push your feet into the ground, just a little. Asterisk, her muscles trembled violently. Her breath came fast. Oh, she felt pain, sharp but deep, unused pain. And then something moved. It was so small. It could have been imagined, but Malik saw it. Asterisk, you did it, he said quietly. You moved, asterisk. They practiced like that every day for 2 weeks. Malik never pushed too hard, never made it about the goal, only about the effort. Some days, Lily could stand for 3 seconds. Some days, she couldn't even manage one. Malik never let her call it failure, asterisk. Dr. Harding didn't know about these sessions until one afternoon when she came to pick up Lily early. She froze at the sight in the garden, her daughter, standing, holding on to Malik's rope with shaking arms, tears streaming down her face. Asterisk, what is going on? Dr. Harding demanded, rushing forward. Asterisk, Mom, Lily gasped, her voice breaking. I'm standing, asterisk. For a long moment, the surgeon could only stare. She knew every clinical detail of her daughter's condition. She knew the prognosis. She knew the odds. And yet here Lily was standing. Not because of a breakthrough drug or a high-tech exoskeleton, but because a homeless boy believed she could dot. Asterisk. Dr. Harding's voice trembled. How did you? Asterisk. Malik shrugged. Just didn't believe it was impossible. Asterisk. From that day, Dr. Harding allowed Malik to be part of Lily's therapy. She bought him proper shoes, clean clothes, and even arranged for him to stay in a small apartment the hospital used for visiting residents. But Malik refused charity unless it was for Lily's progress. He didn't want pity, only a chance. Asterisk. The winter snow came, and with it, more progress. By January, Lily could take 3 steps while holding Malik's arm. By March, she could walk from one bench to another without falling. The first time she managed 10 steps in a row, Malik clapped so loudly that people in the garden turned to watch. Asterisk. See, he grinned. Told you I fixed things. Asterisk. It wasn't magic. It wasn't a miracle. It was persistence, trust, and the refusal to quit. Asterisk. News of Lily's improvement spread through the hospital. Other doctors asked Malik what his secret was. He would just smile and say, I listened when she said she was tired, and I didn't tell her she was wrong for feeling that way. I just gave her another reason to try. Asterisk. By summer, Lily was walking short distances on her own. On her 17th birthday, she stood without support to blow out her candles. This time her wish was different. Asterisk. A month later, Dr. Harding sat with Malik in her office. She had tears in her eyes, but also a look of gratitude she rarely showed. You've done more for my daughter than medicine ever could, she said. I can't repay you for that, but I can give you something you've never had a chance at: a different life. Asterisk. She offered to sponsor his education, to help him finish school and go to college if he wanted. Malik hesitated. I'm not used to people investing in me. Asterisk. Well, Dr. Harding said, smiling faintly, I'm a surgeon. I invest in the impossible. Asterisk. Malik agreed, but only if he could keep helping Lily until she no longer needed him. Asterisk. The day Lily took her first completely unassisted walk across the hospital courtyard. The sun was setting, turning the windows gold. Staff, patients, and strangers stopped to watch. Malik walked behind her, ready to catch her if she stumbled, but she didn't. When she reached the other side, she turned and saw his proud smile. Asterisk. She ran clumsy, uneven steps, but steps nonetheless, straight into his arms. The crowd erupted into applause. Asterisk. Dr. Harding wept openly. For the first time in her career, she felt a victory that had nothing to do with scalpels or operating rooms. Asterisk. Lily whispered into Malik's shoulder. You kept your promise. You kept trying, Malik replied. From then on, Malik wasn't just the boy who had helped her walk. He was family. Every time someone asked Lily how she did it, she would smile and say, because a boy with nothing believed I could have everything. Asterisk. And in that truth, there was something even greater than walking. There was the power of seeing possibility where others see none, of refusing to give up when the world tells you to, and of knowing that sometimes the most life-changing miracles begin with the simplest words, let me try.